Hello everyone, welcome to Roots to Sprouts, another video to show you how to clean up your garden beds for the season. As you all know, after the entire winter, you must have lot of weeds and unknown plants in your garden bed. How to get rid of them and what you should do in order to maintain your raised beds, especially when you have a tall raised beds like what I have here. And I'm sure it's going to help someone who's looking for this kind of cleanup process and enjoy this video.
The weather is so good today, so I started to cleaning some of the raised beds. As you see, the soil level has dropped significantly. Last year it was here and now it has gone down here. The reason is the amount of the materials that you put at the bottom, it get decomposed. That's the indication why the soil level drops, which is good. As well as from the cost perspective, you have to add more soil and it's going to incur some additional cost. But the good thing is, whatever you put at the bottom, whether it is a cardboard or a wood or like a wood mulch, whatever it is getting decomposed and everything is getting converted into a good mixture at the bottom. So that's a positive side of it. But as I said, the top up that you need to do, it's going to add more cost to the bed, because think about the 6 inches that what the soil that has dropped now from here to here. You need to fill this entire bed, but you can plant more vegetables in this bed for this long. Even if you consider this as a square foot garden, you can split this into at least 16 square foot, because it is 8 by 2. 16 square foot you can split in this, and you can make at least one plant per square foot. It depends on what you're going to plant. So that's the work going on now. So I'm cleaning up all these things. You can see the amount of weeds that it comes, no doubt, because these are like well conditioned soil for these weeds to grow so quickly. So you have to clear it very well from the root, so that it is all cleared and it is good for the season. So let me do all this and I will show you after cleaning how the bed is going to look like. So look at the tap root, how deep it goes for some of these weeds. So if you cut these through a scissor or some cutter, the top layer, it's not going to help, because the tap root is going to stay inside so deep like this. What you see on the top above the ground is only from here. If you use any tool to cut the top layer of the weeds, it may cut over here. But what you see underneath this much of roots, it's going to stay and it's going to propagate more weeds unless and until you remove the entire root system of these weeds. That's why it's so important you manually clear these roots. See how big it is. And every year we change the location of the vegetables of what we are planting. So last year it was a cantaloupe that we planted here, and this year we might change it to something else. Yeah, it's a time consuming task, because you need to manually take all this, but it's worth doing, because if you're not doing this now, it's going to have a major problem when you put more nutritions and organic fertilizers and everything to your bed. Because those nutritions and fertilizers, whatever you give organically, it not only feeds your vegetable plants, it also feeds all these weeds. So you are giving a very healthy food for the weeds as well to grow. That's why you need to clear all these off. And one more thing I want to show you. I don't know whether you can see the hollow gap here. The more decomposition happens at the bottom layer, you're going to have air pockets like this. We need to think what you're going to fill in this hollow space in order to fill the gap, because there is no point in filling these air gaps with the organic soil, because as I said many times, most of your vegetables that needs only maximum of 1 foot of soil, not this 3 foot long of soil, right? So you have to think of something to fill all these pockets, like your cardboards or like decomposed materials, anything that you have in your garden, or like a shaved wooden shaves from the pine wood, or like any other good wood shapes that you can get from Tractor Supply. You can use those things to fill these. It may look neat on the top, but there are some hidden weeds like this inside your bed. So just go around one more time and clear off all these things. See, I'm getting more and more as I start rubbing the layer underneath. See, all these are weeds which you might not see in the top layer. See, this entire root system.
The another biggest advantage that I noticed in this metal raised beds are like I have not seen even one grub so far in the cleaning process. Normally in a wooden bed, when I was doing this prep, I used to see hundreds of grubs laying around and hibernating in the wood, and later it damages the roots. But that's one good thing that I have seen in this metal raised beds. I don't see any grubs so far, and hopefully it's not there as I dig it further deeper in the soil. Let me continue to clear this bed so that I can take care of all these weeds what I see on the bed.
See, these are the premium pine shaves that you get from Tractor Supply. I got these last year when I was setting up these beds. All these beds, at least 1 foot or even more than that in this bed, you will see these shelves. Whatever you see, these shaves, pine shaves, are filling the gaps between the wood or between any materials that I placed at the bottom, a cardboard or a wood or like a piece of bark or anything, right? So I'm going to use the same pine shave in order to fill this gap as well. And this is one of the easy decomposable material that you can use in your garden, because this is pretty organic in nature, because it doesn't have any mixture in it, and just push it inside. As you see the gap, push it inside and it can go. Until you feel the pressure of your finger that it's not moving down further, you have to push it. So I'm taking some more, just pushing it all over the place. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to cover this and put another layer on the top so that it doesn't get wet if it is raining or during the sprinklers are running. it doesn't get wet. So that's why I double layer this like this. And now I'll keep this one out, and you can see what happened to the hole that we had. Okay, now these shapes are at least 1 foot down, not 1 foot, maybe 6 to 8 inches from the top layer, right? So I'm going to top up with more organic soil, manure, warm cast, few other mixtures into this bed in order to bring the soil level at least to this height. 3 layers, 1 2 3, 3 layers dropped. That means 3 layers at the bottom got decomposed somewhere in this entire bed. That's why your soil and the rainwater, it's trying to push the top layer of the soil to the gaps wherever it formed, to fill the gaps. And now what you're trying to do, you're further making sure there are no air pots in between with these kind of wooden shapes that we have. And just try this and let me know if you have one like this, how it works for you. Okay,
This is the view of our bed after a week when we topped up some more raised bed soil. So you can see the bed is so clean and rich in soil and some wood mulch along with the soil. So you can see also the soil level has raised up, and you can see only one layer on the top, right? That's perfectly fine. You can add some more fertilizers to it, and you can add more soil if you need, but in our experience, what you see now, that's more than sufficient, and this bed is yet to be done. You can see this beautiful Peggy Martin growing up in this bed, and we have to shift that guy to a different place. Now what you see, it's time for us to really fertilize the bed. It's organic fertilizer what we use. It's the bokashi. All the kitchen scraps, whatever you have or you've been storing for a while, it's time for you to put in your bed. There is a process, there is a method how you need to deposit those bokashi into the bed. You cannot just lay it on the top, or you cannot just spread it over everywhere. Just make a drench like this in between, and you can put it inside that drench. We'll show you how we have done. The reason for that is, if you spread everywhere, the amount of nutrition, the amount of benefits that what you get, it might go in a lot of places, and the water due to rain or the irrigation system what you spray, it might get those juices from these fertilizers to leak on the side of the bed, and it might drip, and it can go as a waste water or an excess water, and it can drain out. So if you put it in the center like this, and when you have the bokashi, it can evenly spread the nutrition and the fertilizers evenly to the bed. This is not too wide bed, it's only like 2 feet wide, right? So a drench with 6 inches in the middle, that can easily spread the benefits of the bokashi fertilizers into the bed. And what you see here, these are the fungus. These fungus are really good for the bed, and that's why we love bokashi. The amount of microbes, the amount of the good things that these microbes has from the fungus are really beneficial, and these are organic in nature, and there can't be anything better than this what you do from your kitchen waste. So we bury those things at least 1 foot inside the bed soil, so that it's not popping up on the top, and then you have to spread it all over the bed as a thin layer in the drench, not everywhere, just a thin layer. And if you see something like paper, plastic, not paper, plastic, or any material that it's not going to decompose from the waste, it's a time for you to get rid of those. So we continue to spread this and you can see we have waste fruits, vegetables, kitchen scraps, the peels of the vegetables, you name it, whatever it is, everything is here. And we started laying it as one of the layer, and gently close that, and make sure at least for 1 foot on the top there is a soil covered, and you have a nice coverage for the entire bokashi that what you added into this bed. This way, as I said, your nutrition and the microbes and the organic matters in the fertilizer whatever you added now, it's evenly spread on both the sides, and that really helps for you to take care of your garden and the feed that your plants get from these organic matters. As a visual impression, what you all might get, this might look spoiled, or it might give a bad smell, or it might be disgusting to some people, right? When you look at these waste from your kitchen, these are like food what we eat, and after we eat, the wastage is what we see here. And I'm telling you honestly, there isn't a bad smell that we got from this, and it's natural food decomposing, right? If you keep a fruit outside for a couple of days, what kind of smell you get? That's what exactly you got from that fruit or from all these vegetables. It's like the rotten, not like a bad rotten, but like kind of a smell that once your fruit has been lying there for a while, that smell is what we got. It was definitely not disgusting, and anything you see a little bit bulky or like bulge in nature without decomposition, push it further inside, and the juice what you saw now, those are the real like what to say, the organic feed that these bed can get. So don't waste any matters from this bokashi bucket. Even the last the waste what you see there, wash it and then pour it to the bed, and finally spread this soil evenly across everywhere. I hope you like this video. In the next video we are going to show how we are going to take this bed to the next level. That means how we are going to convert this bed into a square foot garden, and what vegetable plants that we are going to have in this bed, how the companion plants can help in a square foot garden. All that we'll see in the next video. Take care. Bye.